excuse me, against the Bruins, the team that is looking to go 5-0. To our players to watch, Isaiah Fed, the kill leader for Fort Valley State.
Isaiah Fed continues to be a threat as the senior outside does. In system, out of system, when he has the opportunity to, he can carve anyone up on the inside. He brings a standard of work every single day to practice, exactly how he's earned 18 kills thus far on the season.
David Decker had 22 kills, a career high last weekend for UCLA.
David Decker really has shown the nation what he can do at opposite. Standing at 6'9", he has the range, he has the vision, and a consistent hand-to-ball contact, earning that career high 22 kills versus Ball State.
The first on the floor for the Wildcats. Here are their starters. Jeremiah Gaston is their setter extraordinaire, had 42 assists in that season-opening win when they won over Queens University of Charlotte in 4 sets. 1-0 the Wildcats are. For UCLA, who are they working with to begin? The aforementioned David Decker, the 6'9" opposite. He'll be there along with Zach Rama, the reigning ABCA National Player of the Week and MPSF Offensive Player of the Week, averaging 5.15. Those two working together, father-son duo, as the coaches for the Wildcats. And for UCLA, John Hawks is the head man. Spoke with him before the match, and he said, gotta figure out how to get better in blocking defense. Mentioned the ability for his guys to use this opportunity as a place to really hone in on their blocking skills. Fourth meeting between these two teams. Father and son, Ed to the left, son Larry to the right, coaching Fort Valley State. Ed learned how to play volleyball when he was in the Army. Said at a very young age, he taught his son to his right of your screen, Larry, the sport, who went on to do great things in his own right in college volleyball. And I believe we do have Victoria Dennis with us.
I gotcha.
Victoria, great to have you. And the first point comes out of the middle for Muhammad Mbe, 6'3" senior for Fort Valley State.
Mbe is going to be so fun to watch. He hit just above 500 the other evening, brings a lot of spark to this team.
Fort Valley State in their win against Queens University of Charlotte hit 362. Zach Rama is dug in zone 5 by Keaton Long. Down for Logan Rogers, number 3, wearing the black uni. He towers over the competition by the pin.
Great swing by the freshman. Doesn't play like one at all. Has great volleyball IQ and was able to identify that big Bruin block out in front and use it.
Mbe will serve line for Chris Connolly. Sean Kelly, the sophomore, absolutely torches that attack out of the middle.
Great quick pick from Kelly, using that first tempo set to get on that ball quickly. That's exactly what they want to do to earn a first ball side out.
Sean Kelly averaging 2.77 kills per set. Andrew Rowan serving too strong, number 7 in white for UCLA, the 3-time All-American. And he does so many good things for UCLA.
Rowan is a standout athlete. He's one of my favorite to watch across the nation, and he's been able to lead this Bruins program for so long. And now in his senior year, we know he's very hungry to hold up that trophy at the end, but we're just getting started. But watch for Rowan to continue to distribute the ball at such a high efficiency for the Bruins.
High efficiency offensively would be our server, Zach Rama. to the back row, and that is Rowan, the setter, picking up the first contact. Rogers comes in. Conley with a pancake save. Gaston, big time blast from Isaiah Fed. The 6'3" outside does it again.
The Wildcats showing us that they're able to create plays from anywhere on the court. Let's talk about number 3, Rogers, setting this out-of-system ball well in system for the Wildcats to put away.
Fed launches into that center back position, the serve. An assistant for number 11, Keaton Long, the Lewis University transfer. He misfires.
I like that swing by Long. He was trying to aim high hands. He stands at 6'6", so has great reach there on the ball. Watch for him to try and carve up high line again.
David Decker picking up the first touch. Rama obliterates the ball from off the net. Rowan finds his 6'8" senior.
Rowan has been a standout his entire collegiate career, and coming into his senior season here, I expect him to continue to grow and to level up, and that's exactly what he does. Coach Hawks mentioning to us that Rama is very humble. He doesn't really look at the accolades with any light. And when he does, he really shouts out his team and the community around him. And he's a little bit quiet, but when he talks, the team listens because he speaks with intention and has that leadership role for the Bruins.
You would never know when talking to him that he's won all these accolades.
Never.
Because of, like you said, how grounded he is. Fort Valley State has led the entirety of this first set, but we have a tie. The second one of the first set, this one at 5-all after David Decker strikes for the first time.
Decker really coming into his own this season. He saw action last year in 15 matches, but he has really earned that starting role on the right side.
As one lethal serve, according to head coach John Hawks, can go north of 70 miles per hour, and he brings it from the back line.
That's a gnarly swing there by Decker. Great toss out in front, letting him reach fully to go down the line. Serving line to line shortens the distance for reaction time for serve receive.
A first lead for UCLA, 11 points in. Not gonna last long.
Gaston at the service line just earned Center of the Week for the SEAC Conference.
What do you think of all of there's a lot of service errors, and they're all long service errors, not necessarily going into the net right now.
It's about establishing your rhythm early on. Both of these programs are trying to get each other out of system, so they're really walking that line of ace to error ratio.
Look out, 4 to 5 rows up, off the bounce. Keaton Long went for it all on that sharp angle attempt, misses.
That was a very impressive swing from Long. That angle that he was able to attack at, watch for him to try and hit that again.
Kelly misses on the serve, and that's the 4th service error. 4 of the 7 points for Fort Valley State have come off of Bruin service miscues.
The Wildcats have their setter back row, so that means all 3 attackers are in the front.
The trend of risk-taking, serving from one team to the other, not necessarily yet reaping rewards.
With Cameron Thorne entering the game, look for him to get up here, make a big block.
Change of pace, and got it down right in front of Sean Kelly. What do you like about the placement and the touch there?
Yeah, placement, not power. That was great high volley IQ. Wildcats identified that the Bruins were dug in on defense and saw that off-speed shot opportunity.
Embe finds the net with the serve. Senior out of New York, went 7 of 11 against Queens in that win earlier this month. Rowan, a laser beam at Keaton Long. First ball side out, Taven Martin gets the job done.
That set from Jeremiah, excuse me, Jeremiah Gaston was impressive. That was an out-of-system play. Check out Gaston here, well in the middle of the court, creating a first tempo set for a put-away.
There is a fearlessness from this Fort Valley State team. A lot of moxie that they're carrying with them, and composure. Is that a case there from Kelly of overthinking what he's trying to do, trying to find the line with the placement?
I think Kelly saw that placement open, just went a bit wide there, but the Wildcats have to take advantage of these unforced errors.
Logan Rogers, opposite at Conley. 2 up on Rama. To the back row, and splitting the block nicely was Sean Kelly. He is 2 of 4 now.
When Kelly's in the back row, you really have to respect him like he's a front row attacker, where he's hitting that big attack as well in front of that 10-foot line, making contact like a front row attacker.
Gaston will tee up Rogers, and that one got sent back. There was all sorts of chaos happening on the court. Cam Thorne got fed up the middle, the 2-time AVCA first team All-America selection.
Thorne is hitting .667 on the season, and that is because he has range for days. Check out Thorne here, being able to get up in transition on this play and put it away for the Bruins.
On 2, but plenty of time for UCLA to work through it. A jump set from Rogers, off to Fed. They work in synergy. Out of system, the Wildcats are performing well.
Great swing there by Fed, who stands at 6'3". Believe it or not, that's undersized as an outside attacker. But what Fed is bringing to this court is range and volley IQ. He saw that big block out in front and attacked it head on.
Kelly over the top of a triple block. Slightly out of reach there for Isaiah Fed. What were the Wildcats trying to do there?
They were trying to run that back row attack, and it's been working. It's an outlet set. I expect them to earn this first ball side out here.
Thorne hammers away. Long with 3 blockers in front matched up against him. Finds the net, and that would be the 4th attacking error for Fort Valley State.
It starts with the first ball contact, and that's what the Wildcats have to make sure they utilize here to have a spread offense against the Bruins.
Into the block and out. A smart decision for Keaton Long, who had 7 kills on 10 attempts versus Queens earlier this month.
Attacking high hands is exactly how Long is going to put up points for the Wildcats, using that big block out in front to his advantage.
Number 24 wearing the black uniform, that is Martin. Zach Rama from way outside delivers the boom. His 2nd kill. And after a slow start for UCLA, they go into the technical timeout. I can imagine we'll be all over social media waiting to see what is next, and what is coming up next for that Wildcat serve receive is a David Decker ace, his 2nd in the match.
When passing a hard-driven serve like this, you have to attack it like a defensive move. Make sure to shoot your shoulders and platform forward, beating that ball to the ground.
Off the overpass, Bruins have opportunities. A touch up there from Embe. Zach Rama, they love going to him in the backcourt. He is delivering, and he has his 70th kill of the season and his 3rd tonight.
Rama continuing to be lethal on that back row attack. You almost have to commit block on him with that first tempo offense.
Which is exactly what John Hawks would say, the head coach, year number 2, who had some great things to say as that serve goes out about Zach Rama. One of those everybody but me, very selfless is Rama, quiet-natured but ultra-competitive, and one of the best in program history at what he does. Micah Wong Diallo playing a much bigger role this season. Number 8 in white puts it down the middle for the Bruins.
Wong Diallo saw some action last year in the Bruins jersey with 2 starts, but taking on a much bigger role here this year. He's been able to hit .665 on the season thus far. Let's take another look at this kill from Wong Diallo. Getting up on this gap set about 6 feet in front of that setter. His setter creates that window of opportunity to beat the block in front of him.
Timeout used by Fort Valley State. Each team is given 2 timeouts per set. Fort Valley State had 10 players from last year's roster move on. And it's not been a case of, oh my goodness, what do we do? It's reloading for Fort Valley State. 11 new players to their 19-player roster. There never was any panic from Coach Larry Rather and his father Ed, who are on the sidelines and coaching. It's the way things are. The transfer portal, 11 new players, and it's a team that doesn't look like they haven't, it looks like they've been playing for a long time together. And
that is in part to the coaching staff, and how fun for Larry to coach with his dad Ed, who got him involved in volleyball. And Coach Ed served in the Army for many years, and Larry, his son, at the helm here of Fort Valley State, learned volleyball from his father, went on to play at Ball State as an outside, and now at the helm of the Wildcats program.
Doing great things he is for the Wildcats, as Sean Kelly was hoping for great things out of that serve. Not so. 14 serving 18. Look out, that hit the camera off the top of the post there by the pin, and luckily everything is okay equipment-wise.
The Bruins currently hitting .438 on the set. Wildcats 167, and that's in part to the 4 attack errors that they have on their side. If they clean those up, they're well in this ball game.
Into this ball game for the first time, number 20 in white, Grayson Bradford. Coach Hawk says he is the hardest working guy on the team. Just a freshman, ABC High School Player of the Year a season ago. Expect to see a lot more of him as the seasons go on.
Bradford, a part of the Volleyball Mag Fab 50 list as a recruit.
An obliteration of a set, and that had Cam Thorne speechless with his hands on his head. But dazzling is Rama.
Take a look at this Rama swing coming in on this route on the inside. That's a big step close to earn that swing straight down.
Catches the double block and puts it away. Thorne and Rama were up there, but credit Logan Rogers.
Rogers does a great job of responding after a highlight reel swing from the Bruins. He goes back to the drawing board, earns that first ball side out with a smart high hand swing.
Neither team has a block so far. Rama is not going to see that one get blocked as it comes up short. 2 attacking errors for UCLA. They're out hitting Fort Valley State 444 to 211.
Rogers at the service line here, number 3 for the Wildcats, is a student of the game. Yes, he's majoring in business administration, but he does such a great job in practice, learning every single day.
The hustle, and we've got a lift called on Logan Rogers. Rama back in for serving responsibilities. He is 4 of 8. He is hitting .375 tonight.
Net
Bruins are on the net.
violation. Yep, net violation there for the Bruins. Wildcats need to utilize this unforced error, especially coming into the red zone here. What I want to see from them also is make sure that you're covering your side. If you're a Wildcat here, let your teammates swing away.
Here's Fed, ABC honorable mention All-America selection. Just the second time they've had one in program history. And there is no slowing down Zach Rama. 5 of 9. What can the Wildcats do against him?
At this point, you would have to commit block because the tempo is just so quick on the side of the Bruins, and Rama's able to run so many routes. Watch him here on this big attack, going in at an angle, starting in area 1. That's a back right corner of the court, and charging into the center of the court to attack that.
Subbing in to serve, Trent Taliaferro to the outside and right off the block. Wiping it off the outside of David Decker.
Great swing from Long. High hand-to-ball contact out of Plano, Texas. Previously played at University of Arkansas.
Logan Eaton, number 7, wearing the black uni in to serve. 5'9" freshman from Springfield, Virginia. Serves at Rama in zone 6. Micah Wong Diallo gets fed and converts off a 12th first set assist from Rowan.
Great look there from Wong Diallo getting up. What makes him so lethal, watch, he's in the air on setter ball contact. He had 2 up on him, but his arm swing so fast that the block wasn't able to get there.
The serve receive, not able to get there. David Decker rocks in a 3rd ace, bringing up set points, but before those are played out, Fort Valley State will take that second and final timeout of this first set. If I were to tell you, Victoria, that 4 of the 12 kills for the Bruins have been by their middles, that ratio, knowing Coach Ox and what he has told us recently, what say you about that ratio?
The Bruins want to establish their middles early on and when they have the opportunity to. I think being able to have a controlled first ball contact has allowed the Bruins to run the middles at such a high percentage. Between the 2 of them batting .800 in the first set alone. That's really telling you what's happening on their side offensively. Now, given that Rama's also involved in that offensive scheme, running different routes, blockers have to be honest and true on him, which has given the middles the opportunity to swing away on one-on-one plays.
Well said. And Fort Valley State has not only never won a set against UCLA yet, but the Wildcats have never beaten a ranked team. They've been close. You feel like this is a program that is soon enough going to be taking on those quote-unquote big dogs and getting a set, maybe forcing a 5th, maybe winning a set.
This is a team that won the SEAC just last season, and they've been around for 3 years. That's pretty impressive to come into the volleyball scene, no matter what conference you're playing in, and go and win it. This is a team that has grit, has leadership. They lead from within. It's a player-driven team, and they don't see each other as individuals. They see each other as a unit, as a tribe.
Sean Kelly got blocked. Off an out-of-system swing, the block was up on him, and he is shut down.
And that's Mbe there, lining up in front of his attacker, doing a really great job. Number 12 for the Wildcats. Watch Mbe be able to line up on this out-of-system play, earn that block.
There's Gaston. David Decker goes into the block, and it got sent back, and half the team is so riled up and excited that they went down the tunnel in elation.
Take another look at this block, straight down. Does not get more of a monster block than that. You even have Rowan smiling through the net saying, yeah, that was pretty good. The entire bench for the Wildcats just ran into the tunnel there.
2 big blocks, but then a service error lets that first set slip away, giving it to UCLA. 25-21, despite the slow start, they overcome it and get 5 early kills from Rama.